صباح الخير. عناوين اليوم: منتجات جديدة من شركة أبل ومشاكل في الرقاقات بين سامسونج وأيضا توشيبا. يا أهلا وسهلا فيكم ببرنامجكم تك بالعربي. معكم أنا هالة بسام، ومعنا بخلف الكواليس علي. خلونا نبدأ مباشرة أخبارنا اليوم، والأخبار المتعلقة في عالم التكنولوجيا. أكيد نغطي شركة أبل وعملاقة التكنولوجيا شركة أبل. قدمت الآن أبل إصدارات الجيل الخامس من جهاز آيفون اس اي الأقل تكلفة رح يكون، وآيباد إير أيضاً اللوحي المتطور. بالإضافة إلى ذلك رح يكون في جهاز كمبيوتر مكتبي الماك اللي هو المعاد تصميمه، وبالإضافة إلى ذلك رح يكون في معالج جديد، مستهلة بذلك ما قد يكون أكبر أعوامها لإصدارات المنتجات الجديدة حتى الآن. كشفت أبل نقاب عن الأجهزة خلال طبعاً الحدث الافتراضي بعنوان نظرة خاطفة على الأداء، اللي هو إطلاقه يوم الثلاثاء يوم أمس. وأعلن الرئيس التنفيذي تيم كوك اللي عن خطط لجلب ألعاب دوري البيسبول الرئيسية إلى خدمة البث المباشر اللي هي تي في بلس التابعة للشركة. طبعا تضمن العرض التقديمي شريحة أبل الجديدة المعروفة باسم M1 Ultra، واللي بتعتبرها الشركة أقوى شريحة لكمبيوتر شخصي على الإطلاق. ويعد المنتج جزء من تحول أبل على مدى السنوات بعيدا عن استخدام معالجات انتل طبعا لصالح مكوناتها الخاصة. بيتميز جهاز الكمبيوتر المكتبي الجديد اللي هو الماك ستوديو بشريحة M1 Ultra اللي نحن عم نحكي عنها، ويستهدف مطوري التطبيقات ومحرري الصور، وتحديدا صانعي المحتوى منشئي الفيديو والفيديوغرافرز. وكشفت أبل كذلك عن شاشة منفصلة لهذا الجهاز. طبعا بدأت الميمز والنكت عبر الإنترنت ومواقع التواصل الاجتماعي على شركة أبل، وانهالت عليهم بسبب انه دائما يعني بيطلقوا منتج ولكن الاكسسوارات تبعه او حتى الان يعني امور اساسيه متعلقه بالمنتج صار بدك تشتريها بطريقه منفصله. فصار مثلا بيتمسخروا على موضوع انه الشاحن ولنفترض لازم تشتروه بالمبلغ الفلاني سواء كان لايفون او غيره. بالاضافه الى ذلك الشريحه اللي نحن عم نحكي عنها الام 1 الترا ايضا يعني انهالت عليها الميمز على السوشيال ميديا بسبب انه هي عباره عن الام 1 اللي تم اطلاقها في السابق ومعها شريحه اخرى، فهي مثل كانه شريحتين فوق بعض. هذا كل ما في الامر. طبعا هي البرفورمانس تبعها اقوى وافضل، ولكن يعني في كثير ناس كانوا عم بيتساءلوا انه شو عملت ابل. نحن دائما بنتوقع منها منتجات جديده خارقه مثل ما بيقولوا. مثل ما ذكرنا يعني الان عم بتبيع الاستوديو بشاشه منفصله، ولكن رغم كل الميمز ورغم كل النكت على الانترنت بعد حدث أبل، صعدت أسهم أبل بأقل من 1% لتصل تقريبا إلى 160.50 دولار، وتراجعت بنحو 10% هذا العام تماشيا طبعا مع الركود الواسع النطاق. وأيضا بالإضافة إلى ذلك للناس اللي حابة إنها تشتري الآيفون، رح يتاح في 11 مارس تحديدا طلب آيفون اس اي الجديد وآيباد اير ايضا اللي بيصل سعره الى تقريبا 599 دولار، وبيحتوي كلاهما على شريحة M1 قبل الوصول الى المتاجر بعد اسبوع. ولكن يعني كل محبي ابل رح يكونوا بانتظار منتجاتها الجديدة. نحن دائما بنشوف الطوابير على منتجات ابل قبل اطلاقها حتى، فلكل الناس اللي حابة انها تشتري المنتج رح يكون موجود ب 11 مارس من هذا الشهر. اما اذا بدنا ننتقل الى عالم التكنولوجيا، ولكن شركة سامسونج عم بتكثف شركة سامسونج الآن وتحديدا سامسونج إلكترونيكس من الإنفاق على تكنولوجيا صناعة الرقائق المتطورة، في وقت عم بيشهد طلب متنامي على اقتناء الهواتف الذكية وأيضا شاشات العرض ومنتجات وحدات الذاكرة. خصصت أكبر شركة كورية جنوبية نفقات رأسمالية بقيمة 36.3 مليار دولار على أشباه الموصلات خلال عام 2021، متخطي بهذا الرقم منافسيها. بينما جلبت آلات طباعة بتقنية الأشعة فوق البنفسجية للاستمرار في عمليات التوسع الهائلة لصنع وحدات الذاكرة ونظام صناعة الرقائق الأكثر إدراراً للأرباح. عم تتوقع الشركة الآن تعافي الطلب على وحدات ذاكرة الخادم وأيضاً الكمبيوتر الشخصي اللابتوب، وقالت أنه أجهزة الهواتف الذكية القابلة للطي تساهم بالفعل في نمو حجم مبيعاتها رغم رفضها إعطاء توقعات جراء حالة من عدم اليقين عالية المستوى إزاء سلاسل التوريد وأيضا تفشي فيروس كورونا في الفترة الفترة الماضية. حققت شركة سامسونج مستوى قياسي خلال ربع آخر في الأشهر الثلاث الأخيرة من العام الماضي، في ظل صعود صافي الدخل إلى 10.64 تريليون وون، في مقابل متوسط توقعات المحللين اللي بلغت 11.1 تريليون وون. كل هذا بحسب تقديرات جمعتها بلومبرج. وأيضا بالإضافة إلى ذلك صعدت الأرباح التشغيلية بنسبة 50% وارتفعت المبيعات ب 23%. قدمت الشركة مكافآت خاصة للموظفين في حلول أواخر شهر ديسمبر الماضي، وبالإضافة إلى ذلك هبطت الأسهم بنسبة تصل إلى 2.7%، وهي أقل من نسبة تراجع كمؤشر أوسع نطاقا اللي كانت بالغة تقريبا 3.4%. هون في مشاكل عم نشوفها بالفترة الأخيرة، شهدناها بفترة كورونا وإغلاق الحدود وتقييد القيود اللي كانت موجودة، ولكن الآن أيضا الحرب بين روسيا وأوكرانيا عم بتأثر على موضوع الرقاقات. فخلونا ننتقل لآخر خبر معنا اليوم، أيضا عم بتعاني من هذا الموضوع شركة توشيبا. عم تتوقع شركة توشيبا أنه عم تستمر تحديات التوريد للرقائق الإلكترونية لمدة عام آخر مع استمرار النقص المزمن لهذه المكونات، وذلك بالتزامن مع غزو روسيا لأوكرانيا. تعتبر هي مورد رئيسي لمواد صناعة الرقائق الإلكترونية، واللي رح يكون له تأثير طبعا. تعد أوكرانيا مورد رئيسي للغازات النادرة المنقاة مثل مثلا نيون وغيرها، وكلاهم هدول ضروري لصنع أشباه الموصلات. فهي بتنتج ما يقرب تقريبا من 70% من إجمالي غاز نيون في العالم. بالإضافة إلى ذلك يعني، وعلى الرغم من أنه بعض صانعي الرقائق وقللوا من تأثير الاضطراب الناجم عن الحرب، إلا أنه من الواضح أنه الأمر ليس إيجابي للأسف. مثل ما عم نشوف العديد من الشركات التكنولوجية عم تتأثر بهذا الموضوع. ذكرت هذا الموضوع شركة سامسونج، والآن شركة توشيبا، وأن يعدوا من أكبر الشركات الموجودين في قطاع التكنولوجيا وبحاجة لهذا النوع من الرقائق. هذه كانت كل أخبارنا الصباحية لليوم. لا تنسونا بعد الفاصل مقابلتنا اليوم مع جوان لي، الرئيس التنفيذي لشركة نكست تشينج. خليكم معنا ولا تروحوا لبعيد.
Hey guys, I'm Richard Fitzgerald. This is Dubai Works, where we interview the business leaders making a difference in this great city.
That business with scalability was very interesting to me.
I like building something that has legacy.
And we're back today with our guest, Joan Lee, founder and chairman of Next Change Group. Welcome to the show.
Well, it's great to be here.
Thank you so much for being with us. Of course, we want to talk about the main hot topic right now. Everyone is talking about it, metaverse. How is it affecting our life? And especially also, you have the big event Meta Week, which happened this week.
Yes, well, first of all, let me just state to you that the metaverse, most people don't understand what it really means, is that it's a combination of basically meta, which is next and beyond. So it's a next and beyond universe. So the metaverse is really a 3D virtual network that is been designed to improve social interaction. You have the use of AR, VR headsets and software, and using that allows you to interact, and in many cases, with your own digital avatar, with other digital avatars. So this week, we were started our event, the Meta Week. We had people from all around the world come, over 60 countries. It's jam-packed, and I think most importantly is that they're there and interacting because there's so many new developments, so many exciting opportunities that are developing within the
Any
metaverse.
specific demographics that are interested in this topic in particular?
Yeah, so we have people not just from the Middle East, but we have people from Europe, from Asia, from the United States, and even from Africa. So it's quite varied, but I would say the largest population of the attendees is coming from the Middle East and also Europe.
Interesting. Tell us more, like, especially we cover companies, startups in the region, and especially in the MENA region, how the metaverse will help them, for instance. Do they
Well, the
need to
regional
jump on the
interest
trend?
and passion for adopting and applying cutting-edge technology has been increasing over the last few years in the UAE anyway. You can secure the position of some type of a global or regional hub within the metaverse, and it's combining advantages that it has with DeFi, GameFi, NFTs, and DAOs that they bring to the table. So all these synergies have been brought, and this is why we believe that it's a great building ground for the UAE, especially Dubai, to be a hub for the metaverse.
And there are a lot of opportunities. So I would like to discuss especially like creators' opportunities in the metaverse. We were discussing about concerts and things like that. Like, what can we see in the metaverse?
So I think it's important to note the generational shift. We went from a shareable economy to a creators economy. And what artists, and I'm going to refer to this particular example, music artists are able to do, and we actually showcased this yesterday at Meta Week, is that we took an artist who was already known but not famous. So her name was Paris, and we took a song that she created, and then we worked with a well-known ecosystem provider within the metaverse called Pax World, and they designed her avatar and then illustrated how she would have a concert within the metaverse. And then we combined this with the video that she already created with a very famous video producer, and then combined that with all sorts of different video graphics, and created a kind of a montage to illustrate what the next generation concerts on the metaverse would look like while she is performing on stage her hit song Together.
That's amazing. What I'm thinking right now is like not everyone can do a concert in real life now, but that might open a lot of opportunities, as you said, for people who are just starting, who are passionate about music, for instance, to actually have a concert in the metaverse.
Yes, so think about the disruption that's taking place here. We have an industry like the music industry, which is really dominated by the labels. It's very hard for an artist to get out there and really expose him or herself to the general public. Then there's also artists in, let's say, emerging economies where they would never have the opportunity to showcase their talent. And when you look at the kind of the barrier of entry is that a lot of times it's really financial reasons because
True.
it costs so much money to produce a hit record.
And you need a lot of
So it's really a great
approvals.
opportunity. It really is a great opportunity that the metaverse is creating for having online concerts.
But still there are so many concerns. Like you were saying that the metaverse is like for people to socialize and everything. However, there are people who are actually concerned, like, will this take us from the real life?
Yeah, so I mean, people always say if you put yourself in the metaverse, will you ever leave? In terms, it's like an addictive kind of thing. Now, I'll give you some examples where that addiction, gets a little bit more attention. There's this thing called GameFi, which is the next generation version of games online, where you can play to earn. So every time you play, you earn money. So that can be very addicting. And and that's possible through decentralized finance and blockchain. So where we are with the metaverse is that before we didn't have all the things in place that allows us to actually execute some of these different types of games, but now we do. But at the same time, you have opportunities within the metaverse where you have a virtual tour. It could be of real estate, virtual tour of a vacation destination. So what it does is actually it lends itself to you exploring various different vacation spots, for example, and then already experiencing it. And then it will give you the excitement and desire to go travel there and experience it for yourself live. So there's two ways to think about it. It can actually improve interaction that is real, because you give an opportunity to taste a little bit of the type of vacation spots in this example.
Exactly. Another thing that people are actually talking about and maybe a bit also concerned, like, who owns the data on the metaverse, and especially data security and everything. We're dealing with a lot now with social media. So who owns the data? Plus, like, can scams happen in the metaverse? How can someone, like, and individuals protect themselves from that?
Yeah, so when it comes to augmented reality or unlimited storage of data, it's all about harvesting the information as a main power. Privacy remains one of the biggest challenges for any metaverse company. The more mature the metaverse becomes, the more strict governance that is needed in order to maintain users' privacy. So we all know that technology often gets way ahead of the regulators and international protection laws. So for the metaverse community, this means everything. Eventually, high securities and standards will have to be established in order for the metaverse to be adopted.
And there's so much, like, regulations, I believe, and maybe more things to come, because it's a bit of a new thing. One of the things as well, like, people are so excited about and already are investing in are NFTs. But how can NFTs be integrated in the metaverse?
So NFTs are a key, is an understanding that it's an asset that flows into the metaverse. They represent basically any item, from an art piece or a piece of land, that has a digital representation in the form of a token. So this token is unique and it can be purchased for a digital asset and some type of cryptocurrency. So sometimes NFT serves as a reward or entry ticket or a valuable collectible. So it's an important part of integration within the metaverse. And without this, by the way, when metaverse is not new, because of the advent of the NFTs, it's really now possible to start to see a much more monetization, which actually brings a lot more companies and corporates into the metaverse.
And, like, now we're seeing a lot of individuals as well, like, really investing, and even young age individuals. So that's great. We did not have the investment culture really much before, but now a lot of people, you hear them talk about cryptocurrencies and NFTs, and even creators, as we said, like, they're creating their own NFTs. They're finding streams of income that were never there before, really.
Yeah, so think about the average person who maybe has a job. They go 9 to 5, but they really don't have an opportunity to, expand on their income. With the metaverse, with ideas like play to earn, and the various different things that are happening with GameFi, you can be a fan of a concert or a fan of an artist and then bring more people to the platform to watch the concert, and then you're getting paid to do this. So there's an opportunity to have, a secondary income through the metaverse.
And how hard is it like to have an art gallery, for instance, in real life versus like to have it in the metaverse and then maybe sell them as NFTs, your digital art?
Yeah, so whenever you look at anything on the metaverse, you can look at it as the original digital art that is placed on the metaverse, or a digital twin. So the example that you're referring to is a digital twin, and we're going to see more and more original pieces of art. Then there's a digital copy that will be on the metaverse, and they will have different qualities. Maybe the digital twin will have various different other things related. The making of the NFT, or the making of the art, or who, like all the kind of various different, let's say, colors that were used. I mean, all different descriptions that will be a way for the fan to better understand what the artist's intention was, so that now you have it encased in an NFT and you get more of an experience rather than just buying the art.
100%. What do you think the biggest challenge, though, in the metaverse world, and especially for businesses?
Well, always a challenge in any industry's adoption. So what we need to see is not just monetization, but we really need to see the general public adopting and wanting to go on the metaverse. That I guess the bothersomeness of putting at the moment a AR VR headset is something that can be bypassed in terms of a barrier of entry. There are certain things that are already kind of in place that are a little bit difficult, but as technology improves, yes, we should start to see more adoption and communities developing, and that's the key to success of the metaverse, is to build the right communities.
100%. Joan, thank you so much for being with us and for those insightful and meaningful conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
شكرا لكل الناس اللي تابعتنا. أنا بشوفكم بكرة بنفس الموعد. نهاركم سعيد جميعا.